right, we had fights in Reading, Pennsylvania last night. Robertson Jr. defeated Adrian Granados by wide unanimous decision, wider than I expected. And Erickson Lubin dominated Nathaniel Gallimore as well to a wide unanimous decision. We back, Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the videos. And, Robertson Jr. Granados, I'll start off there. Fight of the Year candidates. 140 pounds was on fire last night. And, Granados was, trying to really take Robertson Jr. to war. And Robert just ain't got no discipline to fight on the outside and use his height. If anything, he reminds me of Paul Williams. Maybe a little bit more athletic Paul Williams. But he got drugged into a war with Granados when he should have just kept Granados on the outside and picked him off. But, establishing distance and keeping distance throughout the fight is a hard thing to do. And you got to have discipline. And, when the fight get in close quarters, you got to hold them and get on out. What Shakur Stevenson did last night was discipline. And Robertson Jr. don't have that discipline. And, I don't think he had that skill to really fight on the outside and keep people there. And I think the majority of it is discipline, but also is feints. Also is improvising with your feet in close corners and it's setting your opponent up. And he just don't have those tools. But, Granados was strong last night, even coming off a knockout. He rehydrated up to like 160, 4 or 5 pounds or something. So he was a big man in there. And, maybe if he'd have came in like 155 like Easter did or 150, maybe he would have got knocked out. But he rehydrated huge last night. And, to a certain extent, that wasn't fair for Robertson Jr. He was in there battling like a super middleweight technically. And he was a junior middleweight or almost a middleweight, but Granados rehydrated a lot. And you know what? It helped him take some of that punishment. A lot of that punishment. But, Robertson Jr., to me, he landed the more cleaner, effective shots. The more impact shots. Granados was doing good work on the inside, and just trying to buzz Bunny down. But Bunny had the more eye-catching shots. And that's what the judges saw. They saw, Robertson Jr. landing the highlight shots. They saw Granados' head snapping back. And, you know what? They just went to war. I believe it was 10 rounds, man. And, Robertson Jr., once again, it's no disrespect to his family, no disrespect to his corner, but he need to go somewhere to learn how to use his height and use his distance and learn how to feint and learn how to, improvise. Emmanuel Stewart would have loved him. They need to send this kid somewhere to learn how to use his tools because he got it. He got the chin, he got the speed, he got the power. He looked a lot more vibrant in the skin, and he looked a lot more energized at 140. It seemed like 135 was draining him, but he need to go learn how to use his height and his skill somewhere else because he leaving a lot on the table. He got a lot of physical talent, a lot of speed, he got some power, he got some good footwork. You know what I'm saying? He need to go somewhere where somebody can really tap into his potential, because right now his father and Mike Stafford, they ain't doing it right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. They not tapping into all of that, man. He need to learn how. He need to be in there, bouncing on his toes, shooting that jab. Tommy Hearn would be good to bring into that camp. Even Floyd Mayweather offered to show him how to use his height and reach and stuff of that nature. Big Floyd would be good for him, but Little Floyd did offer him. I don't know if he was serious or not, but, Granados was crying about the judges again. At the end of the day, man, you got to go in there. I guess you can get the knockout. He said they was calling him the PBC, a punching bag, and basically that's what he is. He getting passed around and getting beat up, but at least he getting the opportunity. And he been the short end of the stick, but that 90 to 100 card, whatever that card was, that was atrocious. He was definitely more into the game, into the fight than that. But he just got to keep, don't give up, But it's unfortunate, man, they keep coming up short, but he just ain't that good, dog. If he had some power, then you couldn't, he wouldn't leave it up to the judges. But he tried, but he came up short. I feel that he lost that fight. Maybe not by as wide as margin as that card, 90 to 100, but he lost the fight. So at the end of the day, he can't play the robbery card. But Gallimore and Lubin went exactly how I thought it would go. Lubin got too much skill for him, man. Gallimore got beat by somebody, like, easily before he fought this fight. Was it Teixeira or whoever it was? It was Teixeira. I appointed him easily. He had trouble with Southpaws, and Erickson. Lubin looked real strong, real sharp last night. His punches was coming off really good. You know what I'm saying? His punches was coming off real good. He was, he was just in the zone. Gallimore never gave up. He got hurt a few times, and I feel like Lubin could have took him out of there. But Lubin looked small for 154, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? He looked hella small for that division. It looked like he could have went down to welterweight and did something, but maybe not so much because he looked like a dope fiend, during the week. His face was all sunken in and stuff, so maybe he right at his natural weight where he need to fighting weight where he need to be at. But Gallimore ain't got no skills, man. You know what I'm saying? He came to the game late. He got power. He got will. And him and, Deloach and Erickson Lubin was beefing on Twitter a couple years ago. And Lubin handled this business. A lot of people was giving Gallimore a chance because maybe they don't like Erickson Lubin, but I think the majority of the people hadn't seen Lubin face a big puncher like Gallimore, and they thought Gallimore could land that shot. And Lubin wasn't reckless. Him and Kevin Cunningham, it's like Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. They working well together. And Lubin fought a aggressive, safety first fight. He never took himself out of position or squared himself up with Gallimore. Can't even get an opportunity to get the knockout. He kept perfect distance. He kept him at the end of his punches, and he went to work on him. Grounded him to the body a little bit, minced the meat up top to his face, and he just beat him down. Just beat him down, man. And, Lubin looked real good, real crisp. Punches was looking real hard. He was hurting Gallimore a ton, and he didn't try to step in and finish him off. Rightfully so. When you get knocked out, that's always going to be in the back of your head. And I think, that might be one of the best things that happened for him because it humbled him. You know what I'm saying? It did. It truly humbled him. And now he's aware. Now he don't no longer think he's invincible. A lot of these younger fighters like Stevenson, Ennis, Haney, right now when you're young, you think you're invincible. You think, you can't be touched. Even when and for regular people, you think you're invincible when you're young and you can do all this crazy stuff. But, one little life-changing experience for him, it humbled him. It humbled him. And, he sounded a lot more mature. I still think he got a lot of room to fill in that body and get stronger. But he called out Jamel Charlo after the fight. And I'll do a video on that. But, I think I think a couple more fights. I think a couple more fights for him before he get on the championship level. I like to see him fight 2 more times. Who else out there for him? Austin Trout fight would be really good for him. The Goucher fight would be really good for him. Even throw, I know they don't recognize the WBO, bro. Throw his name into the Carlos Damas Patrick Teixeira winner. And he can, take that belt and become undisputed. So, you just, it's a lot of options out there for him, man. And I don't know what Justin Deloach doing no more. They had beef. That'll be a nice little fight. Just a, little grudge match to go ahead and sweep the Twitter beef on up. But, Gallimore just ain't got no boxing skills, man. He just all power. And, Southpaws give him all types of problems. But for Lubin, I think the sky is the limit, man. I think he still got the talent. If Jared Hurd wanted to hang around, that'd be a nice little fight for him. A fight he could showcase his skills on. And see Jared Hurd in the gym learning some new things as well. So it'll be interesting to see what's out there for Erickson, man. But I would definitely say about 2 more fights with some good top 10, top 5 type guys in the division. And it was a good night of cards for Showtime, man. They put a nice little card together in a boxing full day, man. So next week, Canelo Kovalev on the Zone. So I'll be doing a prediction video for that. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Share the video. Want to make a donation? That link's in the description. I appreciate the love and support, everybody, man. And let me know what you guys thought about the fights last night in the comment section. I thought they were really good. All the fights was solid. Even Shakur beating the hell out of Joette. But it's one time for the one time. It's your boy CJ, Goodfella Sports TV. We go.